Hello everybody, this is RBR Shortman's 13, aka Ryan, and welcome to my review of MTV Scream Season 2, Episode 12, When a Stranger Calls. Now, to me, this isn't the season finale. People are saying this is the season finale, but I don't believe so, because we have that Halloween special next month in October. I'm sorry, guys, that I haven't made a review of this episode yet. I've been busy filming the Miner versus Jason and the Ghostface story. Yeah, I've just been working on movies and stuff, so yeah, I've been kind of busy in that way. So I haven't really had the chance to review Scream When a Stranger Calls. I'm also going to review Rob Zombie's 31 when I have the chance, and I'm also going to review Don't Breathe, because to me these are like the most three slasher entertainment this year. 31 was just, pure, slasher stuff, and then Don't Breathe was kind of slashery, and then now When a Stranger Calls and the show itself, the Scream show, even though it's not movie, that's TV, it's just, that's still the slasher genre. What I gotta say about this episode is that it opens like the best out of any of the movies or TV episodes or any of that, because this would be like my second favorite opening since When I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was a really great opening with Audrey. But this opening was kick-ass because Audrey and Emma, apparently they're being framed for murder even though they haven't done anything. And then Ghostface is standing in the middle of the street. The cop and the cop car, the car spins out of control and hits this pipe. And then the cop walks out of the car and he's all like, and then Ghostface appears, and stabs him to death, and then they have a classic tribute to the very first Scream movie. And to me it felt like a 20-year celebration moment, is when Ghostface had the key, and he showed the keys to Audrey and Emma, and then he gives it to them, the keys to them, and he runs away. In the first Scream, Sydney, she was trying to get the hell out of there in the first movie, and she couldn't find the keys to the car, and Ghostface was like with the keys, And what's cool about this episode is it's directed by Patrick Lussier. Now, I really don't like his movies like Drive Angry and My Bloody Valentine remake. They're just I don't like that he disowned the original My Bloody Valentine movie and the whole story and concept of Harry Warden and that whole nostalgia of the 80s. He completely threw that away. That's kind of hard to respect him as a director in that way, but he used to edit movies like the first three Scream movies, and he edited Halloween H2O, and he used to be a really good editor. And now he's back with Scream, and instead of him editing an episode or anything like that, he directed an episode, and I thought that was really cool because he didn't edit Scream 4, so I thought that he kind of made up for it for directing an episode of the show. And to see, executive producer Wes Craven and then directed by Patrick Lussier, you just get this feeling that it's Scream, And Miss Lang's still in the hospital. She's talking about that Audrey and Emma are like reliving their traumas and shit, and like whatever, Miss Lang. And then they keep going into Eli that that he's the killer and blah blah. And spoilers, guys, just to let you know, if you haven't seen the show yet, turn this video off right now. But Kieran is Ghostface. What do you guys think of that? Kieran is fucking Ghostface. He is Ghostface. That is insane, because I did not think they were going to go that obvious with the Ghostface reveal. I thought it was going to be some shock like Zoe or Noah or Brooke or Gustavo or Maggie, like some sort of twist like that. I had no idea they were going to go that obvious. And I knew they weren't going to have Eli be the killer. I mean, I knew that there were ways that they could have wrote it in there, but like, I like that they didn't write it like that. But then my question is, why the hell was Eli there at the end of the episode where Kieran, like told Emma where to go? I forgot where like she went, but it's apparently where Piper used to hang out. She hung out in a lot of places apparently, and then this season really goes into all the places that Piper went to more than flashbacks, which is a little different. Emma is the best in this episode out of every episode in each season. Her character is so smart in this episode, and she just to me, she's like the best part of the episode, her and Kieran. And that's huge, for them to be the best part of the episode, because usually it's the side characters that are kind of more interesting, but it's cool to see Noah and Brooke and Audrey. They're all like, so close now, and they're all so close. And I love when Emma and all of them are at the movie theater, and she says to Ghostface, "If you want me, come and get me. I'm done running." And they all just get ready, and she's got her gun ready and shit, and it's like they're all ready to go. And then Gustavo shows up at the theater, and Brooke is still dwelling on the losing her dad, and like I love how they wrote it where she's making herself juice that morning because her dad's not there, and she says to Noah that her dad always made her juice and this and that he always wasn't the best father, and I just really enjoyed that moment. And then Brooke gets stabbed in the theater, sadly, and Ghostface gets away because Emma misses every single fucking shot with the gun. I don't know how anybody could miss that like that. But that was like twice in the episode. That was kind of annoying because it's like, bitch, you got this gun and you can't simply just shoot him. I mean, like, he's right there. I mean, Sydney would have shot him. I mean, it's just like, that kind of stuff pissed me off there. What I also enjoyed about this episode was the pacing. The acting, of course, the cinematography, and Maggie was actually done really well in this episode, even though she wasn't in it that much. But like, she has that moment with Miguel where she's like, you suspect her, I don't. I think that's what she said, or I don't suspect her, you do. There you go. And he says, right now, she's the best lead that I've got. And then she's like, oh my god. And you feel so sorry for Maggie, there's not that many moments this season like that, so that was really surprising. And then, you get to the end of the episode, and Eli gets killed by Kieran, and Kieran reveals that he's Ghostface. He explains everything. He says that he was dating Piper, and that that he was with her before that he even got with Emma, and that all this was just a game, just a game, and he tortured Audrey because she shot Piper. And I think that Audrey and Kieran worked together with Piper back then. I think that there's still a lot of questions to be answered with that stuff. I think there's a lot more to come with that part of the story. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And I like that Emma doesn't kill Kieran. She says, no, you're going to rot in prison because you lost at your own sick game. And I thought that was really awesome, because they've never done that with Scream, and, Wes Craven never did anything like that, so that was awesome. And that made it a better ending. And then I love when you get to the very end of the episode and you hear Noah saying, maybe, Lakewood, you'll always be Murderville. Only time will tell. And then Kieran gets a call in prison, and he answers the phone, and he's wearing like the orange, jumpsuit and everything, and it's just like, the way that you would want Scream to go by this point, especially on TV. You want it to try new things. And then he gets this phone call, and you hear Brandon James saying, hello, Kieran. Who told you you could wear my mask? And then Kieran's just like, and then scream. And that is so epic, and it feels like the season finale there, but it's not, because we got this Halloween special in October. That's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm so excited for that, guys. I don't know if you guys are excited for that. But I mean, like, that is going to be the ultimate event, because that's really celebrating 20 years of Scream. Because it is 20 years this year, and especially with Kieran being Ghostface, like he's kind of like the the Billy Loomis kind of character. They really tributed the series, and that is awesome because the Scream story hasn't been around in forever. It took them over 10 years for them to release another Scream movie, and then it took them about 3 years to release the show. And now we have episodes. It feels like we have episodes every week, every year now, every month. You know, it just feels like Scream is not going away, and that's how it should be. Because if Star Wars and all these other series get their chance to shine, let the horror series get their chance to shine. And what I love about this show is they don't try to reboot the movies. They try to homage it and tribute it and try to create the show into its own thing and act like it could be connected to the films. It's up to the audience interpretation, and I love that. And that's how they should do reboots, where you can consider it a sequel or you cannot. And sadly, with a lot of remakes today, they're treated as a full-on remake, and this show is up to the audience if they want to view it as a reboot or not. And I love that. And I know that in the first season, Audrey says, wild things and stuff, but, I still think that, this show could still be connected to the films, because they have never mentioned Scream, they've never said Ghostface, they never talked about Father Death costume, none of that stuff, so, it could very well be connected. And then they wanted Neve Campbell to be a part of the show. I wonder what that was going to be written and all about. And she turned down the role, and she said that because she thought that it didn't make sense. I'm really looking forward to hopefully a season 3. Us fans are worried right now because MTV hasn't said anything really about season 3 yet, but season 2 hasn't ended yet. Hopefully us fans will hear something in October, and we'll get to see more of this story, and I can talk more about these characters. But the actors in this season did an incredible job. Gustavo's a great character. Miguel's a great character. They've amped up Emma. Brooke is better than ever. Noah's getting better as a character. Kieran, they finally have made him become a character. He's finally a character. He's finally real, and that is awesome. And they just, that they really expanded upon these characters and introduced new characters, and just they're setting up this new world, I hope, and I just love where they're going with it. Alright everybody, that's my review of Scream, Season 2, Episode 12, When a Stranger Calls. You guys will see new videos of mine soon, and you guys will be getting a review of Scream the TV series, Halloween, the Halloween special in October. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I hope everybody likes and comments, and I hope everybody has a great day. Alright, peace.